session, Deputy Big Boss. 3.5 minutes each.
I'm glad the Minister can trivialise these important matters, and you will, of course, Minister, survive tonight's vote, but the reality is your position will be weakened and you won't be the same person that you once were, and those who backed you so vociferously, I think, are somewhat discredited. But given what Fine Gael and Labour in particular have stood over in the past 2.5 years in order to cling to power, I'm not surprised. And I have to be honest, I have no more confidence in the rest of them than I have on you, so there's nothing personal in that regard. The reality here is, Minister, that there are very serious issues at the heart of this debate. Fundamental issues of democracy and accountability that the government has sought to cover over by mudslinging, insults and backslapping. There has been a huge amount of focus on what you've said over the past 10 days, but very little attention on why you said it. My own opinion is that your efforts were part of a deliberate attempt on your part to throw sand and divert attention away from the very important issues that lie at the heart of investigations into Garda malpractice. Evidence somewhat revealed, somewhat left out of the penalty point report. Issues that you have consistently sought to trivialise and minimise. I haven't got time to go into all the details, but believe me, a culture of writing off of penalty points does exist. The evidence hasn't been challenged, and these aren't minor matters. This morning, I received correspondence from a parent who lost his 15-year-old daughter to somebody speeding a number of years ago.
1 minute remaining.
Evidence from people about millions in lost revenue and so on. Minister, you have come into the House. You've said you've taken these issues seriously. You've said you got the information in September and you, in your department, and you yourself got it in October about these very serious allegations. That patently cannot be true. You have failed to answer the discrepancy between the written evidence from the Taoiseach that he notified your department in July, in August and in September of this year. You failed to answer the fact that we have seen evidence which said you knew of the existence of a whistleblower in January of last year. You discussed these matters with the Commissioner in January. You saw and read the reports in February. The confidential recipient met with you before Easter. You handed over an investigation to the Garda Commissioner on a complaint, part of which was to investigate himself. You were aware of these issues and you did nothing. And Deputy Healy-Rae is quite correct. Your relationship with the Commissioner is unhealthy and is under the spotlight. Do you not ask yourself how he could get for you in 4 days a reply that there was no report of your incident, despite the fact that Garda procedures would say there should not be one but two? But yet it takes the same man 4 years to answer the Garda Commissioner, the Garda Ombudsman, on very serious matters of malpractice. The same man can tell us before an investigation starts there will be no culture. He can give us information or give you information about deputies. Your colleagues have said they hope to put this matter to bed. They hope to move on. You won't be moving on from this issue because there are a huge amount of questions that remain to be answered.